Saying we're saying we're a little bit behind schedule is a little bit of an understatement, but I'm going to try and get through the outside news before we get into the inside news. By that I mean the news that has nothing to do with the WWE sale and uh news that maybe people are actually curious about hearing. That first being backstage news on the return of Adam Cole, baby. As when Excalibur said on commentary that it was basically written in their format as to be determined. Basically, nobody knew that Adam Cole was coming back until he walked out. Until he walked out for the show for a segment. Like, nobody knew he was coming back until the moment that he actually came back. And it was actually one of the few times AEW put together a positive surprise that nobody expected. And the reaction that Adam Cole got proved that because nobody saw it coming. I, for one, am ecstatic about the fact that Adam Cole returned to AEW because of the fact that if you go back a couple months ago, there was talk of Adam Cole not returning at all. So the idea of him returning is not only something that I am happy about, but I am very, very happy. Well, I'm not just happy about him returning, but I'm also happy about him being 100%. Or getting to the point where he's 100% because of the rumors of the severity of the injury that he sustained, I guess is the best way to put it. So, seeing him back, I think it'll be a couple weeks before he starts getting back into the full swing of things. But to know that he is back and to know that the AEW roster is slowly but surely getting back to 100%, it is something worth noting and something that is 100% going to put AEW in a better position this year than they were in last year, because of how frequent injuries were in 2022. So, welcome back, Adam Cole. Shayna Baszler, in a recent interview, went on record saying that she would love the opportunity to compete against talent from Stardom and have a crossover between WWE and Stardom, even saying that never say never in the world of professional wrestling. I, for one, would love the opportunity to see Stardom against WWE, or WWE against Stardom, however you want to say it. And I think it would give WWE the opportunity to put together maybe another Evolution show, if they so choose, because that would be the perfect time for that type of event. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. Simple as that. Especially with Vince McMahon back in the position that he's in. If it was just Triple H and Steph, or Triple H and Nick Khan in power, and Vince had no say or no involvement in any way, shape, or form, I think it would be more likely. But I also think that nothing will happen in that consideration until after the current discussions of the sale are put to rest. And not just the sale, but also the media rights discussions. Now we can move to the Rumble and talking about the Rumble a little bit, because there's discussion of talent coming out for the Rumble, first being Beth Phoenix and Doudrop. Doudrop had been rumored to be one of the women that had visa issues, and she also discussed the idea of not just visa issues, but the possibility of an injury keeping her out of action. So I think there are multiple reasons why we have not seen Doudrop recently, and hopefully the Royal Rumble will be when we see Doudrop again. But there is also rumors that Beth Phoenix could be a part of the Royal Rumble in some form or fashion, which we have not seen Beth Phoenix since the I Quit match last year between Finn Balor and Edge. But it is very likely that both Beth Phoenix and Edge will be back for the Royal Rumble this year. And not just Edge, but Logan Paul is rumored, if he's 100%, to be back for the Royal Rumble this year. So that would be quite interesting, because you would also figure that if Logan Paul comes back for the Royal Rumble, that could set up his WrestleMania opponent for this year as well. But that's it for right now with the Royal Rumble, even though there are 2 weeks away. And I will say, for me at least, I prefer it like this, because it at least gives us the opportunity to, how do you say, look forward to the Royal Rumble and, debate and wonder who could be the surprises, as opposed to think that we can know who the surprises are going to be, because, knowing who the surprises are going to be ruins part of the most important part, in my opinion, of the Royal Rumble. The last part of the news in this video that I wanted to discuss is tonight, if you're looking for wrestling action, not only is AEW Rampage set to take place tonight, SmackDown, but also Impact Wrestling has their first pay-per-view of 2023, that being Hard to Kill. Hard to Kill is set to be headlined by the Knockouts Championship match, career versus title, Jordynne Grace against Mickie James. If Mickie James loses to Jordynne Grace, then she will retire from professional wrestling, and as she has had career-threatening matches for, probably at least the better part of the last 6 months or so. Every match she's been in thus far has been a career-threatening match, and she has already said that if she does beat Jordynne Grace tonight, that she wants her next match to be against Masha Slamovich, which, ironically enough, Masha Slamovich is in a top contender 4-way at Hard to Kill tonight, including Taylor Wilde, Deonna Purrazzo, and Killer Kyle. Or Killer... Is it Killer Kyle? I don't think it's Killer Kyle. Is that... That's her name? No, is that her name? I can't remember. Point is, Masha Slamovich does have the opportunity to become number one contender. The other part of it is that tonight, and the other part of it is also tonight that Josh Alexander will open the show against Bully Ray for the Impact Wrestling Championship in a Full Metal Mayhem match, which is absolutely an insane way to open a pay-per-view. But with that being said, Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill once again is set to take place tonight, live from its center stage in Atlanta. Deonna Purrazzo, Masha Slamovich, Killer Kelly, Taylor Wilde for the Knockouts Championship number one contender. Trey Miguel and Black Tyrus fight for the X Division title. Steve Macklin and Rich Swann, John Gresham and Eddie Edwards. Motor City Machine Guns in a 4-way elimination match. Heath Slater, Rhino, major players Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay. And, of course, Joe Hendry versus Moose. Say his name and he'll appear. I do believe in Joe Hendry. And with that poor impression of Joe Hendry's viral video, I will see you in the next news video.